So welcome everyone. Thank you for your upcoming participation today in enhancing your emotional well-being with breathwork. October is National Emotional Awareness Month, so it's really important for us to maintain healthy emotional balance because it helps us to make better choices for ourselves, to foster meaningful relationships, and really to achieve our goals. So, if you haven't already turned on your camera, I invite you to turn on your camera in our short time together. It can really make for a more interactive and fun experience. And then that way I can coach you when we get to our actual participation portion of our time together. So pop that camera on so I can see your beautiful smiling faces. Thank you, Kyle. I see you. Anyone else? Don't have to be shy here as we go throughout our time together. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. So I'm Tiffany Berger. I am the owner. Thank you. I see Allison or Donna. Thank you. I'm Tiffany Berger. I'm the creator of Breathwork 614. I am a breathworker and a well-being life coach. To me, to my business, well-being really encompasses your physical, your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual state of being. And what I love about breathwork is that it really cares for each of these states so that you can really receive true transformation, lasting transformation. So go ahead and pop a 1 in the chat if this is your first experience with breathwork or your first experience with one of my offerings. So you're popping a 1 in the chat if you're new to breathwork. Thank you, Ashley. Welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you, Donna. Glad you're here. And I see you, Denise. Thank you for joining. Okay, and for the rest of you, if you'll pop a 2 in the chat, if you have participated in breathwork before, or if you've participated in one of my offerings. Yes, Kyle, thank you. Welcome back, Liz. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Don. Welcome back. Thank you for coming today. Thank you. So breathwork is a mindfulness practice, and it really builds upon our self-awareness. It helps us to build upon our self-regulation and our emotional intelligence. Our breath can guide us in navigating our emotions. So with that being said, I invite you right now to close your eyes or stare at a fixed point in the room around you and just kind of disconnect from the screen. And I'm going to guide you in a reflection about your emotions or your relationship to your emotions. So I ask you to consider what happens when you detect emotion occurring within your body. You're just reflecting upon this, thinking about this inside your mind. Are you one that ignores your emotions? Are you one who avoids feeling all types of emotions? Or are you one who avoids feeling just destructive emotions? Do you stuff your emotions and perhaps they bottle up and you witness them exploding? Or do you allow yourself to feel your emotions? Do you experience your emotions with judgment or without judgment? And the last question I'll have you consider is, do you get curious about such emotions that you experience? Whatever you're observing, know that it's okay. I encourage you to meet yourself without judgment. Many of us come from families and caregivers who did not teach us how to interact with emotions in a healthy and supportive way. Once you've taken time for your moment of reflection, I invite you to open your eyes and return your gaze to the screen. Thank you. So research has proven that we are in an interconnected system and we experience emotion and it's really energy in motion, as my slide shows you. So our being best functions as a whole. What's happening inside us is not separate or different from what's occurring in our environment, what's occurring around us. And the National Institute of Health houses tons of evidence now that's research-based that indicates different emotions are associated with different forms of breathing. So for example, when we experience joy, love, and peace, our breathing tends to be fluid, slow, deep, and even rhythmic. However, when we experience destructive emotions such as anger, anxiety, stress, overwhelm, our breathing becomes irregular, short, fast, and even shallow. And in some cases, non existent. So if you'd be so willing to be vulnerable and share your reflection in the chat, have you ever observed your emotions changing based upon what you experience? And if so, what was that like for you? So I'll get us started just so that we can stay true to time. I have a son, I have three sons actually, and my youngest, he broke his arm this past January. He got a bike for Christmas. He was out riding his bike and he broke his arm. And so with the weather being so nice and pleasant, he was outside riding his bike again this past week and he fell. And as soon as he fell, I held my breath because I thought, oh no, here we go again. Did he break anything? Did he hurt himself? What happened? So a lot of times what we experience affects our breath. Does anybody else have another example they'd like to share? Okay. Well, if you think of one, please feel free to post it in the chat and I'll be sure to come back around to it. So this is really powerful. This is so powerful when we have this awareness because this proves changing how we breathe can change how we feel. So when we follow breathing patterns associated with specific emotions, we actually begin to feel those corresponding emotions. And that's what I'm excited about and sharing with you today. All right. So here I have the chart of emotional frequency. If you'll just give me a thumbs up that you've seen this before, that'd be great. Okay, so it doesn't look like anyone has seen this, before. And I hadn't either until I became certified as a breathwork and wellbeing life coach. So I love it. Thank you. Thank you guys for your comments. I saw Liz said same, she loses awareness of her breath. Kyle had said when experiencing anxiety, my breath becomes shallower. Yes, absolutely. So we know that our breath has a direct link to our well-being. Thank you. So here, this chart of emotional frequency is really beneficial because now we know that we're an interconnected system and we can observe how closely our breath and our emotions are connected. So we're going to explore some additional emotions that really can further your impact of your breath and your well-being. So Dr. Joe Dispenza and Abraham Hicks, they show that our emotions, each of our emotions transmit at a specific measurement of energy. And this unit of measurement is called hertz. And so right now, if you look at the chart on the left-hand side, you can see it says energetic vibration. This is the measurement of hertz. Hertz. HC stands for hertz. When we experience stress or another destructive emotionality, we begin to vibrate down here in this weaker vibrational pattern or this weaker hertz. Okay. So we know that we have the awareness that our breathing changes. And if our breath is linked to our nervous system, then we know that this causes us either to be in alarm or at a state of ease. So let's spend a few moments bringing your awareness to the weaker or the destructive emotionalities or vibrations. So I'm looking here from yellow and down. So this would be at 175 hertz down all the way to 1. Or this says anger. It's kind of hard to see in the presentation. Or I'm sorry, it says uh, not anger, pride and down. And then here you'll see scorn and down to humiliation. So in the middle, these are our levels of emotion. And over here, these are our states of being. Okay, so when we experiencing any of these destructive or weaker hertz, our breath is shallow. It can become non-existent. It could be fast even, but it doesn't promote us receiving well-being. All right. So take a moment and reflect upon how you feel when you experience these destructive or these weaker emotionalities. And we've already been using the chat, so you are more than welcome to type into the chat how you feel, how your body feels when you experience these emotions or these states of being. I thank you for your participation. So a lot of times I'll get heavy. It feels heavy. My body feels heavy. That's common. Yep. Tired, exhausted. Maybe you feel flushed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you all for sharing. Stuck. Oh, yep. Definitely. And so that's why these are called destructive, exhausted. Yes, that's why these are called destructive because they really make us stuck in moving our emotional energy. It feels heavy. It's also destructive because it does not support our physiology or our health. If we live in these emotions chronically, it can affect our heart, it can affect our blood pressure, and so much more. And then finally, it's destructive in the way that we interact with life. We might feel disempowered. We might feel like life is against us. It doesn't support us. Now, take a moment. I won't ask you to put this one in the chat, but take a moment and really reflect upon how does it feel when someone around you is experiencing one of these destructive, weaker vibrations? How does it feel when someone around you experiences one of these destructive and weaker vibrations? Can you feel it? You'll just give me a quick nod. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Liz. Yep, you got it. Yep. Yep, Donna. We can feel it because guess what? We call this in our culture their vibe. We feel their vibe, which stands for vibration. You have two friends maybe talking, you walk up to them, you feel their vibe. You walk into a restaurant or a dinner party, you feel their vibe. That's where this comes from, guys. And now research can prove it. So this is so cool, so cool. So now let's bring some awareness to the top portion of our chart, please. So we're looking here at the stronger hurts or the creative emotionalities or levels here. So these emotionalities or these states of being cause our breath to be fluid, to be deep, to be rhythmic, and they support our well-being because our heart beats at its optimal rate. Our blood pressure is at a nice resting rate. We feel, well, you tell me, how do you feel when you experience anything from courage and affirmation up to peace, enlightenment, and effable? How does it feel in your body when you experience these creative and strong hertz or strong vibrations? A lot of times I'll get lighter. Yeah, if I felt heavy before, I'm lighter. Yes. Oh, confident, relaxed. You feel at ease. Yes, relax. Thank you. You might even feel like life supports you. You can trust life, it's for you. So these are considered creative because we can create and live the life that we desire to live when we are experiencing these emotions. We don't feel stuck, we don't feel disempowered. So I love it. You guys are great. Thank you so much for participating. Once again, I won't make you put this one in the chat, but give a quick moment to reflect upon how does it feel when others are around you who are experiencing this creative and this strong emotionality? Can you feel it from others? Yeah, things just feel like kind of easygoing, more like there's a flow to things. Absolutely, you got it. Great job. All right, so now comes to the time I've been waiting for. Let's breathe. So before I have you experience how your breath can transform your relationship to your emotions, I just invite you to listen to your body. Know that as we go about the remainder of our time together, you want to listen to your body versus the cues I give you. Breathwork is a self-consent practice, meaning that if your body's saying one thing and I'm telling you to do another, your body trumps what I'm saying. All right. So to begin your breathwork practice, I invite you to sit up tall. And you're welcome to remain in your chair, couch. If there's a more comfortable position close by, you can transition to that too. And if you want to lay down, by all means, give yourself the time. So as you sit tall in your chair, you want to really ensure that your head, your neck, and your shoulders are all in alignment with one another. This is called our best breath posture. And I'd like you to begin inhaling through your nose. So a nice big inhale into the nose, and then a gentle exhale out through your nose. Good. And again, in through the nose and out through the nose. Now, on your next inhalation, see if you can really breathe in to expand your belly. So as you inhale, attempt to expand the belly or fill the belly with breath. And this is where your camera on really helps me to help coach you and ensure you're getting the breath in all the right spaces. Some of you have already closed your eyes. You are certainly welcome to close your eyes or to stare at a fixed point on the floor, whatever helps you gain awareness and connection with your breath. Good. So you're feeling that belly completely expand on the inhalation and then fall. It might even feel good to you to place a hand onto your belly. And as you do so, feel your belly really press against that hand at the start of your inhalation. Good. Now, consider taking your other hand and placing it on your chest. And as you're doing that, you want to inhale so you feel the belly expand and then bring the breath up into your chest so that you feel your chest expanding underneath your hand. I'm going to stand, so you are welcome to take a peek at me so you can see what this looks like. So every inhale, my belly expands first, then my chest expands. Right now, we're just focusing on the inhalation, so don't even bring awareness to your exhalation just yet. Good. Belly expands, chest expands. There you have it. You might notice that you begin to hear yourself breathing. That's perfect. If we were in a room together, if you were a client or we're here in a community session, we're going to hear each other's breath. So feel free to turn up that volume of breath. Now, let's bring some awareness to your exhalation. Keeping your hands on your belly, your hands on your chest. When it comes time to exhale, I want you to release your breath from the chest first and then draw your stomach in or suck your stomach in. So once again, you can peek at me. Belly expands, chest expands on the inhale. Exhale, chest falls first, stomach falls. And it might feel unnatural to you, especially if this is your first time doing breath work. Know that that is okay. We have lots of emotions that we've experienced throughout our lifetime that hijack our breath. But right now, you are regaining awareness and connection with your breath. So inhaling, belly expands, chest expands. Exhaling, chest falls, stomach falls. Good. Now to support you in this, I'm going to go ahead and turn on some music, but I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep guiding you. Good. The volume's too loud on your end. Feel free to turn it down. So as you're here, inhaling and exhaling, this is called conscious breathing. You're breathing with awareness. Your thoughts are not on your to-do list. Thoughts are not on something that's happened in the past. You're here. You're consciously aware of your breath. And know that if your thoughts do go anywhere else, that is okay. This is a mindfulness practice, meaning you're not going to show up and be a rock star at the very first time, or even your very first few times. You didn't learn how to ride a bike the very first time you got on. So practice. So meet yourself without judgment right here, right now. Good. Your chest rising. Your chest falling. You guys look great. If your hands are still on your body, you're welcome to keep them there. But what if you were to invite some more ease into the body? So what if you dropped your hands alongside you? Maybe allowed your shoulders to release. Maybe Liz has a wall behind her, so she's resting her head. Bring some ease, some comfort into this now as you stay connected with your breath. Good. Great knees. Nice. That's it. You got it. Great up, Kyle. I can even see your shoulders raising a little bit because your breath is moving your body. So this conscious breath is enough to navigate your emotions, enough to guide you through experiencing your emotions, especially the destructive ones. If you're in communication with someone, you start to feel angry, you feel frustrated, you feel worried, you breathe like this. It helps to fully process your emotions, and it keeps your heart and your blood pressure regulated. Here's a quick break. Inhale, belly expands, chest expands. Exhale, chest falls, belly falls. Now, if you feel comfortable, we're going to add a layer to this. We're going to add a connect layer. So done breathwork before, if you're ready to do this, go for it. If you've never done breathwork before, but if you feel comfortable, feel free to eliminate any pauses between your inhalation and your exhalation. So you're going to inhale and then right into your exhale and right back into your inhale. A lot of times when we breathe outside of breathwork, we inhale and we hold our breath. We forget to exhale. Or worse yet, we forget to inhale, holding our breath. Really affects our brain functioning, affects our cellular development, affects your digestion. This is your layer of work. Good, you look great, Liz. Inhaling and exhaling, back into inhaling. You might notice that it begins to feel circular. The breath might feel circular as it moves throughout your torso. Or it might even feel like a wave, rising from belly to chest, down, chest, belly. Safe to be still, safe to breathe, safe to stay connected with your breath. At any point you don't like breathing at a fast pace, back to conscious breathing. Remember, you're listening to your body versus mind cues. Make you aware now of some sensations you might experience while we're here together on this call, or if you continue to practice breathwork outside of our time together. This is tingles. Very common. We feel tingles in our extremities, furthest from our lungs, furthest from our hearts. They're the last to receive an optimal amount of oxygen. If you're feeling tingles, it's a good sign. You might also feel vibrations. Vibrations can especially occur the longer you stay in the breathwork session. This is that energy, that emotional energy moving throughout your body. You can feel that. You might also begin to hear or feel your stomach rumbling. You're working with your diaphragm. It's there in your stomach. Every time you inhale, your diaphragm expands. Every time you exhale, your diaphragm contracts. You're cleansing, you're massaging your digestive organs. Every time you participate in breathwork, you're releasing that toxins. Along with that comes the urge to express. You might also experience lightheadedness. If you are a depleted system, meaning you're depleted oxygen, kind of you invite all this oxygen to your body. It disrupts your normal state. It's actually better for us to be an oxygenated body than just depleted one. But your breath can guide you, experiencing your emotions. Breathing up into that chest all the way. Having trouble breathing into your belly, push your belly out before you take in your inhalation. Physically push your belly out so that it gets big, and then take your inhale. It feels so fulfilling, satiating. We inhale from our belly first. Or one that likes to move, go, 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 and it's hard to sit still right now, just meet yourself without judgment. Acknowledge that, and then reconnect with your breath. How our breath guides us in experiencing our emotions. Now invite you, if you are one that has switched to that conscious connected breath, meaning you're inhaling to exhale, back to exhale, go ahead and invite some pauses back into your breathing. Don't pause for 5 seconds or anything longer. Don't hold your breath, but return back to conscious breathing. Everyone is consciously breathing right here, right now. Slowing down your pace, just like if you were to participate in a physical movement or physical exercise. You have a cool down. Think of this as your cool down. And as you slow the pace of your breathing down, begin to observe your states of well-being. Start with your physical body. Observe how it feels to be in your physical body now that you've connected with your breath for a period of time. Then observe how your emotional body feels. How did you enter this session? How are you leading this session emotionally? Then observe how your mental state of being is. You enter with a lot of thoughts, your head swirling. How are you exiting? How do you feel now? Or any shift? Then last but not least is your state of spirituality. So connect with that word and how it's most meaningful to you. Once you've spent time in your moment of reflecting upon your well-being, I invite you to bring your awareness to the support that you sit on. Chair, just observe your chair underneath you. Then observe your feet against the floor. Try to invite some gentle movement into your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. And then from there, you can begin to move your body a little bit. So that might feel nice to stretch. Just stretch your arms out, just stretch your shoulders. But really respond to your body in the way that it's asking. Move it in the way that it's asking. And before you open your eyes, I invite you to envision yourself consciously breathing the next time you experience any destructive emotions. Know that you can receive well-being every time you connect with your breath. You feel complete in imagining yourself using your conscious breath and experiencing destructive emotions. Bring your eyes back to the screen. You're going to hear the music stop, and you're going to notice a new slide. So thank you guys for your participation. Thank you for those that have their camera on so that I could coach you and really guide you. You've already started to experience some of the benefits to breathwork. Breathwork provides a stress management tool. It reduces stress, worry, anxiety, and even depression. It clears and focuses the mind. Breathwork can increase creativity. Breathwork works to slow your heart rate and to decrease blood pressure. It does increase our metabolism, nourishing our digestive organs. Breathwork resets the nervous system and really encourages a felt sense of calm. Breathwork over time can raise your self-esteem, thus fostering cohesion and a sense of belonging. And last but not least, breathwork works to improve our self-regulation and self-containment. And what I love about it is the more that we participate in breathwork, the more we receive these benefits. So such a good well-being practice. So once again, thank you for your time today. If you have any questions, you're welcome to pop them in the chat. You can email me. My contact information is on the screen. You can even snap a picture of the QR code to gain access to my YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and even Eventbrite. You can find me under the handle Breathworks614. So thank you guys for learning a new emotional well-being tool during the month of October, during National Emotional Awareness.